Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special Week 15 Wednesday edition of the most prestigious DFS show on all the lands. That's right, I'm Pete Manzanelli, and this is Mansmaker. And today, we are joined by a truly prestigious guest, okay? This is a man that you have certainly seen atop the DFS leaderboards. This is a man I once witnessed play the most intense game of foosball I've ever seen versus Evan Silva's. This is the titular character from Awesemos.com. Awesemos, welcome to the program, my dude.
What's up, man? I've always had a lifelong dream of being on the Manz show. Unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna pan out. So being on the Manz show, that's like the next best thing.
Yeah, dude, I was going to say, you keep sending me DM after DM. Hey, yo, Manz, can I get on your show? Can you get, I'm just like, Alex, chill, dude. We'll get you on. And we finally made it happen.
Yeah, I mean, you got such big shots on your stream that, I mean, I totally understood.
That's right, dude. And I can't help but notice you got the leaf blower headphones going on again, dude. That's kill two birds with one stone right there.
Thanks, man. Well, there's a lot of loud noises going on in Chicago near me, so you gotta have this on so I can stay focused on the game.
That's right, dude. And I did realize, though, I forgot to call you the best DFS player ever when I did the introduction, and I know Spags does that for you for all of your shows. Does he get fired if he doesn't call you the best DFS player ever?
Yeah, actually, that's in his contract. Actually, he's supposed to call me a lot higher praise than that. But I can't call him out when he just calls me the greatest player of all time. So, I'll live with that.
Okay, all right, yeah. Well, I'm glad that you are going to continue to do the show despite me not saying that. But for me, it's kind of it's what have you done for me lately, Awesemos? And I will say, I was hawking the Millie Maker on Sunday, and with the random time I checked, you were at the top of the leaderboards, numero uno, but that didn't hold, I assume. No?
Man, I didn't even know. I missed my screenshot opportunity, I guess.
Yeah, dude, what? I don't see too many screenshots from you because the only way I know people are good at DFS is if I see screenshots and people say you're the best, but I haven't seen those receipts, bro. What's the deal?
Well, actually, the reason why is because I'm not that good. In reality, I'm just a trust fund baby, and I dump off all of my life savings into DFS. And eventually, if you do that enough, you'll be at number one throughout certain points of the night, but usually not the end of the night. So, but it's okay.
That's right, dude. Someone in my chat, so I host a weekly tournament for my viewers, for my subscribers, for my fans. And Alex, I may or may not have finished last place in my own GPP last week. People are giving me shit. Will you tell them that tournaments are high variance and I should either be finishing first or last? So actually, I did the second best thing.
Absolutely. In DFS, the most profitable strategy is the Talladega Nights strategy. So you really want to pull those contrarian players who are either going to get you to first or put you in last.
That's right. So there you go, Trevor Marshalls. You can suck it. What I'm doing is on a next level. It's stamped approved from Mr. Awesemos.com, and it's good enough for me. And before we dive into the DFS stuff, another thing you do on your show, you do it you On the Contrary. That's on Awesemos YouTube. You guys do that Saturday afternoons with Evan Silva and Spags. It's a great DFS show. But I notice you do this technique to get likes where you bully the people into smashing that like button. And I was wondering if you could maybe bully my viewers into hitting the like button on this video.
Yeah, absolutely. Bullying viewers is one of my favorite things to do. So if you don't go click the like button right now, you're never going to have any love in your life ever again. So do that or else you're going to be miserable for the rest of the time.
Oh, shit. Did you guys just hear that? He just threatened that your entire life, the karma, the entire world will conspire against you to make you a loveless, sad sack piece of shit if you don't hit the like button. If you do, then what do they get if they hit it? Just a life of women and men and everyone, just hedonism, just overflowing, correct?
Yeah, I mean that, but also you'll get all these picks that we're about to give.
That's right, dude. That's why they're all here, because they know what's inside our head, dude. It's earlier in the week, though. Do you have a feel for this slate already?
Oh yeah, I mean, I make my lineups on Sunday night for the next week, so I'm ready to
Yeah, do you just like click refresh the DraftKings lobby until those salaries come out, and then it's not actually who finishes first in the tournament, it's who builds their lineup first that actually wins, right?
That's right. They have this tiebreaker in place that I think whoever enters their lineup first, they either they do a rescheduling, or if they can't, then if you enter it first, you win. So you got to enter first. And as for the salaries, I don't even wait for them to come up. I have an algorithm that predicts the DraftKings salaries for the next week, so I'm already ready to go before they even come out.
Dude, this is why you're on a next level, dude. Everyone thinks they can tinker. They're doing late swap, dude. If you haven't built a lineup by Sunday night, you're already losing.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're not spending Sunday night making your next week's lineups, you're just wasting time. You have no business playing DFS in the first place.
That's right, dude. That is right. What do you think of I hear you talk about play draft, right? Because fantasy draft, where and you say you're not swimming over there and you're encouraging your viewers. Have you seen this this Yahoo tournament with Insane Rake? Are you going to be in on that this week?
You know it. I mean, they're giving away free money, and that's one of the things that I enjoy receiving. So I'll be in there for sure.
Okay. All right, dude. Alex Baker is going to be max entering. You're going to be swimming with the Sharks on Yahoo. Dude, I will admit, I went and looked at those salaries. Someone's like, Todd Gurley's $26. I'm used to him being $91,000 or $9,100. You tell me I can get Todd Gurley for $26. It's a steal over there.
That's the best bargain in the business this week, for sure.
It's true. I mean, why would anyone play on DraftKings? They're playing thousands of dollars. I can get guys in the low 20s over on Yahoo, dude. I'm like, it's a no-brainer.
Absolutely. I mean, on DraftKings and FanDuel, you're lucky to get a guy that's like 3 times 1,000th of their salary in points. But getting a guy whose point to salary ratio is almost 1-to-1, 26 points, $26, that's the best value per dollar you can get on any site right now.
There you go. There you go, you guys. We will see you in dem streets in the Yahoo contest. Someone's going to make their first deposit over there. They did it. They broke me down. I'll play on Yahoo. I will play on Yahoo. All right, dude. Let's dive into it. You said you were already on top of this Sunday night. What is your overall view of this slate? Because we're missing a lot of the top gunslingers. We're missing some of the stud running backs via, island games or injuries. Well, how are you feeling about this slate?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised to hear you say that, because some of the top gunslingers of the league are on this slate.
Ooh.
I'll start with Josh Johnson. I mean, that guy played only a partial game, and he got like 20 fantasy points. You can only imagine once he gets a full game to play, he's going to get absurd amounts of fantasy points. You're basically going to need him to win, because he's like $10 on Yahoo this week.
Dude, he was the third highest scoring quarterback last week, and he didn't even start for his own team. He said after the game, he learned about his teammates from playing Madden. So you're telling me this guy gets 4 quarters? I mean, we're looking at Patrick Mahomes on Red Bull level production.
I mean, yeah, I think that playing Madden is probably one of the best ways to get to know the roster. Usually when I play, I'll throw like 5 picks, especially if I'm playing as Josh Johnson. So for him to like play Madden to learn his teammates and then only throw one interception, that's why he's in the league and I'm not.
Okay. All right. Well, someone is not missing all of these top gunslingers. Alex Bakers doesn't need Patty Mahomes, okay? He doesn't need these guys because he has Josh Johnsons. What about the running backs on this slate? Because we're also missing some of them, dude. How are we feeling about the running backs?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, Todd Gurley, you can't get him this week on DraftKings and FanDuel. You can on Yahoo and Fantasy Draft. So you got to go a little bit deeper. One of my favorite guys this week is Joe Mixon. He's got a stud thrown to him in Jeff Driscoll. So, I mean, he's going to be racking up those receiving yards. And also, I mean, getting a ton of carries versus Oakland. What's not to love?
I like it. I like it. Alex Baker has a little Jeff Driscoll fever, and the only cure is Joe Mixon, is what I'm hearing. What about a little CJ Uzoma? Is he going to finally get back in the mix?
I mean, if he has 2 hands, then I don't see any reason not to pick him.
Dude, I love this. I mean, John Ross, 2 hands, fire him up. Driscoll, 2 hands, Tyler Boyd. Dude, if you got 2 hands, I mean, I'm sorry, JPP. You blew off one of your hands with a firecracker. You are not in the Alex Baker model. Do you screen for any guys that blew off their fingers with firecrackers?
Yeah, actually, I mean, there's that guy, and there's also that one guy who he was only born with 1 hand. Like, not a very good fantasy player, so.
The Shaq guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Sorry, he does not score well in your model. Actually, we got to get this over with right now, Alex, because there is a shadowy contingent of Gio Bernard truthers that watch this show. And I know it sounds weird. I know it sounds bizarre. Every week they tune in and ask me Gio Bernard questions. And he's in the chat right now already getting on my case for not mentioning that Gio Bernard has 2 hands. Can you offer any other analysis about Gio Bernard this week for these hungry, savage Gio truthers?
Yeah, I mean, he's got 2 hands, as you said. Why not, right?
That's right. So there you have it, Trevor. Your dude has 2 hands, just like everyone else in the NFL except Shaq Wilson. We're sorry, dude. There you go. All right. Let's get in to your favorite sneaky shootout game of the week. And there are not a lot of Vegas over-unders, over 50 right now. Not too many obvious shootout games. Do you have a sneaky shootout game for us?
Yeah, I mean, that's because Vegas is dumb. I mean, clearly some of these games are going to go over 50 points. The ones I'm looking at, you got this Washington-Jacksonville game. As I said, Josh Johnson's a stud. Vegas thinks it's 36. I think it's going to be at least 50. But my favorite sneaky shootout game is Oakland versus Cincinnati. I mean, Amari Cooper is off the Raiders. That guy sucked. They're better off without him. You got Derek Carr, Jeff Driscoll, classic quarterback matchup. What's not to love?
Do you fuck around with the air yards by low model? Seth Roberts, Marcel Aitman popping in there for what seems like the 9th straight week in a row.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wouldn't bet to measure my dick, but I think those guys, if I were to bet, would be pretty good ones.
Yeah, I think those guys that enjoy the buy low air yards model should take their cheese dicks to some circus. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not looking at air yards, what are you even doing with your life, right?
Seriously. Actually, I need to bring this up because I don't know how much you are involved in this or how much Mr. Silvas is roping you in, but are you familiar with this 2v2 bet that might be coming down the pipeline that I don't know, I might have received a DM asking about my services from Mr. Air Yards Buy Low himself. What is your take on this little rumble that might be going down in the spring?
Actually, there's not going to be any rumble. Me and Evan, we went out to Idaho last weekend and we took care of this guy. You're not going to be hearing from him anymore. I mean, we took his phone so that we're controlling his Twitter account. It's hard to come up with as dumb tweets as you're used to seeing, but we're doing our best.
Okay, so you're saying all those tweets coming from the Frisco Josh handle, those are a bot or someone who took over his account via his will or estate?
Yeah, I mean, we basically made him sign his will over to us, and then we got his Twitter as a result of that.
Nice, dude. Can I pass along a testimonial from the chat? Mechukis says, LMAO, this is so bad I can't look away.
Dude, I mean, what the hell is this guy talking about? This is the best fantasy advice that you're going to get this week.
That's right. That's right. I do feel at this point in the show, Spags would be plugging like 19 different promo codes for Awesemo.com. Is that what keeps people sticking around and watching?
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat the free week trial. So, I mean, yeah, I would tune in for that if I wasn't on the show.
That's right. That's right. Use promo code themanz.69.420 @gmail.com for discounts on all of my future DFS plays. Okay. You do like that Raiders Cincy game. Are there anyone on the Raiders that you do like? It seems like Jared Cook continues. It was weird because they were reducing his snaps week in and week out. And then the past couple of weeks, he's been popping off. Where are you standing on how Gruden is using his skill position players?
Yeah, I mean, like, it seemed like the tank was on until it wasn't. So now I guess the tank is off. So you got to go with Jared Cook. He's got 2 hands. I mean, what's not to love?
I like fantasy football. It doesn't have to be hard, okay? I mean, I just have to know, does your model, does it care if people have two legs or is it just if they have two hands?
Yeah, it's only hands. I haven't worked in legs into my model yet, unfortunately, but maybe I'll work that in for next season.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it might, it might be a little bit of a noisy stat whether guys have legs, but it would be worth running a few regressions on it, I think.
Yeah, the one thing I've noticed is when a guy only has one working leg, usually they won't play in the game. So it's pretty disappointing if you have the minor teams.
Trevor in the chat asked, what about dudes with three hands?
Damn, that's blowing my mind. I'm gonna have to like really do my research and find these guys.
That's right. All right, if you guys have any other questions that could potentially blow Alex's mind, pass it along. Actually, I do have a question. Since we're already off the rails here, I've watched this Baker's Dozens trailer like 14 times. Will you tell me the backstory, the origin, the impetus, what have you, of this beautiful, magnificent video?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much say it in the video. If you haven't seen it, it's on YouTube. Search Awesemo DFS, I think. So, I mean, the whole idea was like dating shows haven't been as big now. I mean, there was The Bachelor and Bachelorette and stuff, but before there was like Brett Michaels, Rock of Love, Tila Tequila had one where she's dating guys and girls. And I thought the perfect way to capitalize on that was by starting my own reality show, Baker's Dozen. And my last name is Baker, and Baker's Dozen is a common expression, so it made a lot of sense.
Nice, dude. And I guess the question we're all wondering is, did you find love, my bro?
Yeah, I had one girl come up to me when I was doing casting, and she was like, I want to be part of Baker's Dozen. But sadly, I was 12 short, so I never made it to the finish line on that one.
Dang, dude. I mean, and I have, most DFS shows have like, it's like 99% male. I actually have like 99% female that tune in just to kind of see the gun show, although they're a little hidden tonight. But I guess I just have to ask the question all the ladies are thinking, dude, are you off the market? Are you an eligible bachelor? Like, what's the deal, dude?
I am off the market, but now that we're talking about it, maybe you can help me put out a casting call for the next season of Baker's Dozen.
There we go, dude. We'll have to do a sequel, the Baker's 13, I guess, or something. Who knows? All right, someone in the chat. Oh, my dude, Eric McClungs wants to know how we're feeling about Trent Sherfields this week, the Arizona Cardinals wide receiver that I definitely have known about for longer than 3 days.
How many hands does he have? I haven't really looked at him yet.
Eric, I actually can't confirm how many hands he has, so if you can let us know in the chat, then we can make a more informed take on this. But clearly, we don't know much about him, do we, Alex?
Yeah, I mean, you got two total studs in front of him with Larry Fitzgerald. I think either Chad Williams or Christian Kirk. I mean, they're both just names on a model, so I don't even care. One of them is playing.
Christian Kirk's on IR. I do think he actually lost some limbs, so you should probably.
He's only got one hand, then screw him. I'd go with Chad Williams then.
I like it, dude. We all know how Smiz has his flow chart for which guys to pick. Our flow chart is: does he have two hands? Play him. Is he not? Is he on injured reserve? Does he have one limb? Bench him. It's really that easy.
We just solved the game. The problem is people are getting all fancy, and then that's throwing them off.
That's right. Okay, let's talk about some punt plays, some stone min guys with two workable hands to get us in the end zone. Doug Eddy wants to know how you're feeling about Kenneth Dixon at 3,500 on the DraftKings.
Man, I don't think I'm going to be on Kenneth Dixon. Let me double check here.
You more of a Gus Edwards man?
Yeah, I do like Gus Edwards more. I know they're like, we got to work this dude in, but that's just coach speak. I believe it when I see it, you know what I mean?
That's right. But, I mean, it is a little bizarre what Mr. Harbaugh is doing with these running backs. It looked like Gus Edwards was going to get the keys to the kingdom, and then all of a sudden, Kenneth Dixon is getting work. Can we trust this man?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. I don't think you can, but you don't have to win every tournament you enter, right? You got 150 bullets. So, put Kenneth Dixon in 75 and Gus Edwards in 75, you can't lose.
So what I'm hearing from you is you're advocating for 100% exposure to the Ravens backfield in some form or another this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't get one of those two guys, you can get Lamar Jackson. Like the team total of 27, that means they're going to get like 3.5 touchdowns. Like you're going to have whatever running back is getting this.
Okay. All right, dude. So I don't know if you know, I am a big proponent of fullbacks. I love Kyle Juszczyk's. And of course, the fullback that is setting the league on fire, 3 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks, Mr. Andy Devlin's on the Patriots. Is he fantasy viable this week, Mr. Awesemo?
Man, 3 touchdowns in a week or in a row. I mean, like, and he's got great hands. I think you're onto something.
Dude, have you seen Andy Devlin's hands? I mean, these things are fucking mitts, dude. I mean, that he just holds onto the ball and just hurdles 1.5 yards into the end zone over and over. 6 points, 6 points, 6 points.
Yeah, I mean, when you're racking up points that quick, then you're gonna win the game. That's for sure.
That's right. You Awesemo, I can't help but notice we were losing a few concurrents in our live stream. Can you bully people again to keep watching? Because I did think that helped us out with some of the likes. Can you bully people not to turn away?
Yo, what are you guys doing leaving the stream? If you don't leave a comment asking about your what kind of plays we're on this week, then you don't have any hair on your chest. You know what I mean?
You hear that? All you dudes out there with you little hairless little twinks. Okay, sorry. Did I go too far there? All right. Smash the like button. Keep watching because I believe deep within this show, Alex and I eventually are going to give the nuts this week. We might not have done it yet, but we will, won't we, Alex?
Yeah, I mean, we're just building up our viewers right now, and then we'll drop the real good plays once everyone's paying attention.
That's right. That's right. All right, Eric McClungs, he's back. I think he's assuming Gallup has 2 hands. He says he's at 3.6. He's in your boy Josh Hermsmeyer's buy low model every single week. Amari's going to be chalk. We're on the fast turf. What do we think about Michael Gallup?
Honestly, I think he might be worth a dart in the GPPs. He's getting tons of targets, like 9, 7, 6 in the past 3 games. I'm not like crazy about him, but if you have him in your lineup, I don't think you're messing up.
Okay. What are you going back to the Amari and Zeke? Well, are you fading? I mean, they're going to be pretty popular this week, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Julio and Amari Cooper, it's hard to get away from this week because they're getting a ton of work. I think them and Antonio are the only like high priced wide receivers on the slate, and those guys can get like 40 points in a week. And if you don't have them, then you might as well be in a pine box. You know what I mean?
That's right, dude. We might as well take an eternal death nap with all the other NFL players with only one hand. That's how I feel about it. Speaking of these 40-point weeks, Juju nearly went off for one of those last week. Are you on Team Juju or Team Antonio Browns this week?
I don't have a lot of Juju on DraftKings because they're like running a racket over there. He's like $8,000. On FanDuel, he's only $7,800. That $200 discount, you can take that and buy like 50, 40 ounces of beer with that. You know what I mean?
Dude, do you know how many 30 racks of Coors Light you can get for $200?
Yeah.
I mean, this is what you do with DFS. You go along the sites, and honestly, Alex, this is why I'm playing at Yahoo, because can you pull it up for me? How much is Juju on Yahoo this week? Because let's talk about some savings, bro.
Yeah, he's only $27 on Yahoo. That's like hardly more than the price of a 30-pack.
Dude, Yahoo, man, there's no rake on this tournament. They priced their players ridiculously low. I mean, I got to play over there. Dude. All right, I can't keep up with all these questions in the chat, dude. You're a Chicago guy, right? Someone's asking about Bradley Sowell. Is he Mitch Trubisky's new Binky in the red zone?
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea who that is, but if you have to ask a question, I'm pretty sure the answer is yes.
Dude, you don't know who Bradley Sowell is? Are you not on team? Watch the tape. You're not watching your Chicago Bears?
I saw them pass with some like defensive dude last week. I don't see him in the player pool this week, unfortunately. So I don't think you get credit if you roster the Bears D and special teams. That's some bullshit. We needed to talk to someone about that.
Dude, I have been advocating for a fullback slot on DraftKings since the second Clinton administration, and they still won't do it. I think that's the next frontier. I agree. But people do seem confused by this Bears offense. Someone's asking, he says, Doug Eddy says, what about A-Robs as a mid-tier price wide receiver in a crush matchup against the Cheeseheads, which I believe is a derogatory term for people who live in Wisconsin.
I have heard that term before, for sure. Honestly, I mean, like, the problem is Mitch Trubisky, he's got too many good options. He's spreading the ball to everyone. I mean, he's got Burden, he's got Cooper. I mean, Gabriel. I wish he had Cooper because apparently that guy's actually good at football. He's got Robinson, Anthony Miller, Tariq Cohen. Like, unless Mitch Trubisky throws for 500 yards, it's like these dudes aren't getting 100 yards. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. You know, the thing, you mentioned Cooper, dude. My guest last week, CSU ran me 88's like Amari Cooper, that's his dude. He is so closely aligned, his personal brand with Amari Cooper. He can't escape it. Do you have a guy that we can align with your brand? I mean, for me, dude, Kyle Juszczyk or Andy Devlin's does something my mentions light up like wildfire, you know, like, no offense, California, but who is the guy that we need to associate with Awesemos?
I think I got to roll with the same guy I've been preaching for the past few weeks, Dion Lewis. He's got two hands. He can use them well in the passing game. He hasn't had a 50-point week yet, but it's going to come sooner or later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. So how tilted are you watching, you know, Derrick Henry rumble for 238 yards and 4 tutties last week? That has to be pretty tilting for a Dion Lewis truther like you, my dude.
I know, yeah. Like on that showdown slate, I nearly broke my mouse. I was so mad after those 200 yards. It's like you can't have every single guy in your lineup, but I had every single guy except Henry, and it cost me big time.
Dude, are you messing around with these showdown slates a lot?
You know I am. I mean, if you're not playing every single slate, you're leaving money on the table.
That's right, dude. When do you ever miss a slate, dude?
Oh man, like I hate to do it, but sometimes you have to. Like I know some dudes use the VPN so they can play anytime, but when I take a trip, I'm too honest. I can't lie to DraftKings and FanDuel. Those are my dudes. You know what I mean? So
you have too much integrity. I saw you down a photo. You were king of the beach, dude. You had your spreadsheets up. You were still grinding, and it didn't look like you were lying, dude. You're too good for that.
Yeah, fortunately, all the live finals these days are in the United States. They're no longer going to Bahamas or anywhere cool. So that means I still have to play DFS. So it's not like a vacation.
So what does a night for Awesemo look like where you're not playing DFS? You get a bottle of wine, you Netflix and chilling. I mean, people want to know what the real Awesemo's like, you know?
It takes a lot for me to not play DFS. So there's got to be something damn good, or else I won't be playing DFS. So
okay. That's it. So no one can distract you, dude. So you're like that meme, and it's like where the guy's like looking at the chick, and then like the hot chick is like all these other things, and then you're looking at the other way, which just says DFS. You're just always got those eyes on DFS.
That's 100% accurate.
I nailed it. Someone wants to know about the Litcoins market. They're talking about, are you familiar with the fact that I created my first the first ever physical coin?
No, I had no idea. Congratulations.
Yeah, dude. And then I forked my own coin and created Manz coin LITs, which they're asking about in the chat. They are still available for sale. Feel free to email me at themanz.69.420@gmail.com. Would you like a Manz coin LIT, Alex?
I don't even need one. Since you said that, I started my computer to mine your Manz coins. So now I've got a whole wallet full of them.
Dude, you're spitting out Manz coins like it's fucking Chuck E. Cheese over there. How did you crack into my algorithm?
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta, the trick is everyone forgot that the key of hacking is you gotta use the phone first. You gotta be a freaker.
Dude, oh my goodness. You have complete control over my phone right now, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, did you see that? It's like Man's coin balance minus 5,000, right?
Goodness, get away from me. Jeez. Okay, this show, Alex, I thought we were going to come on. I thought we were going to give the viewers $1,000,000 plays. Next thing I know, you're hacking in to my algorithm and printing your own Man's coin lits. I mean, what has happened?
The Man's coins are just too valuable. Like, how are you gonna leave your computer unsecured like that?
Okay, let's get back on track. Someone wants to know Robert Foster or Odell Beckham's. Are you expecting Odell Beckham's to play this week with the quad?
Yeah, I think he's playing. I don't really like either of these guys, to be honest. Um, Robert Foster has no chance versus the sturdy Detroit defense. I mean, people in Detroit, they're known for their hustle. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with that. And then Odell Beckham, he's going up against Tennessee. Well, that's a defense that sucks, but Saquon Barkley is my dude, and I think that he's gonna demand the ball, and Odell Beckham's not gonna be having it unless he's passing it to Saquon.
Would you say the reason you're maybe down on Odell is because you think the best player in the NFL, Dion Lewis, might actually play both sides of the ball and shut him down as cornerback?
Yeah, I mean, Dion Lewis has 100 speed on Madden, so they should play him against Odell Beckham. He'd have no chance.
Sticking in this game, dude, the chat has some Anthony Frisker tight end fever. I know Silva's hyping him up on Twitter. People forget he went to Harvard. I mean, what could go wrong here?
Yeah, he wasn't even in my initial projections this week, but now that you told me he went to Harvard, I didn't put the fact that he was that well educated into my model. I'm gonna have to go back and reevaluate that.
See, we're finally starting to add more inputs to the Alex Baker Manzanelli model. 2 hands and went to Harvard. Can we expand it to Ivy League, or should we keep it restricted to just Harvard?
Yeah, Harvard gives at least an extra point a game. I mean, if it's just like Cornell or something, that's like 0.1 maybe.
That's right. And do you know another tight end who went to Harvard on your Chicago Bears getting lost in the shuffle? Ben Broniker, dude. What happened to him? He should be popping based on our criteria.
Damn. Yeah, what is he doing? Did he graduate?
Dude, maybe he dropped out of school early and we need to add that input. You need 4 years at Harvard. We need to see the diploma. We need to see the receipts.
That's right. 4 years is on the low end. I mean, most of these guys are going for 5 years, so that will give them a lot more time to learn about the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, dude, Eric, you do not have to remind me that Kyle Juszczyk is from Harvard, dude. All the greats are. All the greats. Someone said he's the Zuckerberg of tight ends. Yo, that's right. If you would have invented a touchdown, then you would have invented a touchdown, I think is what Frisker was once quoted as saying. We got someone asking about Samuels or Johnson viable pivot. He could really be talking about a myriad of Johnsons. Do you have any idea which Johnson he's talking about?
Yeah. I can't even think of any Johnsons that are any good. I mean, you got David Johnson, but compared to Jalen Samuels, there's no comparison. I mean, Jalen Samuels is the superior back.
That's right. Yeah. So maybe next time, maybe give us a first name there, and we will help you out. What are you feeling about? You think Connor has any chance to play, or is it going to be the Jalen Samuels show again?
I think it's going to be Samuels. And he played like 80% of the snaps last week. So that's when you hit that lock button. I mean, otherwise you're just you're dumping money on some other scrubs. But if Connor plays, then you might have to go back and take Samuels out of your lineups for sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Alex, you're kind of like a news and notes guy, right? You're kind of, following 32 beat reporters every day and just, digesting every little tidbit that leaks out. That's kind of the guy you strike me as.
32 is what an amateur follows. I mean, most of these teams have at least 2 or 3 beat reporters, so put it more in the 100 range, and then you can be at my level.
That's right. That's right. Someone wants to know, why is this very stoned man in a gigantic glass case? That could be either of us right now. I don't know who he's talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any of the athlete heads in my office here, but Yeah, I can't really think of why they'd say that.
Oh, so what is it? Is that a WeWork, dude, or is this your own personal office space? What are we working with here, dude?
Yeah, this is the Awesemo.com headquarters, which is at a WeWork. It's not like a company that has many people in Chicago. It's just me and one other guy.
Yeah.
So we have a tiny ass office. But I got my whole setup here.
Yeah, you guys gonna have a Christmas party in there this year? Just the two of you?
Oh yeah. I mean, if you don't have a Christmas party, you're missing the most wonderful time of the year.
That's right, dude. I would. You guys should live stream your Christmas party. Just throw it up on the laptop, computer, just kind of you two kind of quietly exchanging small talk and sipping eggnog. It would be nice.
Thank you. I'll do that.
There you go. There you go. I'm creating, a very special holiday for your employees. Okay. There's been a lot of bullshit on this program, but it is time for us to know your favorite lock button play, Mr. Awesemo. Cut the bullshit. Cut the two hands shit. People want to know who you're mashing into your lineups. Mashing in.
I have one play for you that I think is knockout. Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon right there. I mean, we probably shouldn't say knockout and Joe Mixon. Those things have like a negative synonymous connotation probably, right?
Ooh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, he's going to knock it out of the park, though. I mean, versus the Oakland defense, they're pretty bad. Cincinnati's favored to win, even though they have Jeff Driscoll. It's not because of Driscoll. It's because of Mixon.
Okay, all right. You're saying, I mean, these Raiders, it's been weird because I keep waiting for them to cave. I want to keep saying, they John Gruden's lost this team. They don't want to play for him. But then they hang around in all of these games. Do you think that kind of game script is good for Mixon, or are you thinking they actually run away with this one?
Mixon is blowout proof because he's getting passes and he's getting run time. So no matter what the game situation is, he's going to be on the field racking up the points.
Dude, Awesemo, this show is so off the rails. We're getting NBA questions, so I'm just going to indulge them. Someone wants to know Furkan's Korsmaz in NBA tonight. Never heard of that fucking guy in my life. Have you?
I've never watched him play, but I had him in 100% honest today.
There's your answer, Jake. I also have somebody, a buddy wants to know Ibaka or Draymond tonight.
I would probably go with Draymond. Ibaka, he's got Valanciunas to fend off for minutes with. Draymond Green got much weaker supporting cast, so he's more in line for minutes.
Look at right there, dude. People try to pigeonhole me as just a DFS poker crypto ladies man crusher. Like they try to pigeonhole me in that. I'm also like an NBA DFS crusher too, dude. What do you think about me padding my Renaissance man stats right there?
You've got it all. And I'm just going to be watching out for tournaments you and unregistering because what's even the point of playing? I don't know. I'm not going to win.
That's right, dude. Well, speaking of not going to win, are you familiar with my notorious, infamous, world-renowned 69 challenge that I proposed to all of my guests?
I didn't really understand when you told me about it. So why don't you go ahead and explain it again?
That's right, dude. So as you are well-versed in, there are 9 slots on the DraftKings.com. However, if you subtract 3 from 9, you get 6. So it's my 6 versus your 9. We're going to play head-to-head, straight up. But all you have to do is beat me with an entire roster, and I have to throw out my 3 worst scores, meaning I have to shoot for the moon with these crazy correlations, tournament lineups, studs and duds, what have you. Now, here are the stakes. If you beat me, okay, which theoretically should be easy with 9 players, then I will go on Twitter and I will further hype and, throw out a tweet for Alex Bakers. I will further align your brand with Dion Lewis, whatever have you. However, if I beat you with one hand tied behind my proverbial back, one hand, then you have to shout me out on Twitter as the greatest DFS player of our generation.
These stakes are way too high for me. I don't think I can do it.
You're backing out. You're too scared.
Yeah, I mean, that Twitter mention, that means a lot to me.
Okay. All right. If you have other stakes that are maybe a little less intense for you, I'm happy. I'd hate to see you embarrassed like this. So what would be a more, reasonable bet here?
Yeah, I mean, maybe if I win, then you have to spend 30 days in a room with total darkness without any sort of stimulus. And
Okay, that's fair.
if you win, then I'll give you the Twitter shout out.
Okay. All right, deal. I think that's established. No problemo, dude. That guy, dude, what a little punk, dude. He bought out for 62K, couldn't make it 10 more days. I mean, come on, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's like $3,000 a day. You're not gonna make that in any job you have.
That's right, dude. I mean, Alex, we're pretty much already there. I mean, all you do is turn the lights off at that WeWork and you unplug that computer and you're already living that bet day in and day out.
Yeah, this like it'd be hard to live without DFS for 30 days. But if you could find a way to do it in the dark, then I would do that bet without a doubt.
What do you think? What do you think your thoughts? Where would they drift during those 30 days? Would you be thinking about DFS or would you just be wanking it 24/7?
I'd be like thinking about being like Scrooge McDuck and diving into pools of money. What else would you think about, right?
How much would it take for you to seriously do that for 30 days? That bet.
How much do you want to pay me?
That's what I'm asking. How much? I have an infinite amount of money. I don't know if you know how wildly successful I am. So money's not an object. The object is how much it means to you.
Ooh, man, I would take 100K.
You would do it for 100K?
Yeah, I mean it'd be fun.
Okay, all right. I'm sure I could pool some money together and get Alex Baker's at but dude, I don't think you could do it. I think you would miss DFS. You'd be crawling at the wall. Okay, you'd be like that scene in Lost when they put up the thing that says "Not Penny's boat" on the window as the ship is sinking or whatever. That would be you. It would say, "Let me out. I need to play DFS."
I mean, that would be the best part about being in the room is with 30 days of darkness, I could solve all the mysteries and Lost that were unsolved.
That's right, dude. I mean, Alex Baker, some might say we have to go back.
Yeah, I mean, when was that not a great idea, right?
That's right. That's right. Someone says Awesemo in Chi-Town. He's going to the game. Soldier Field has Wi-Fi. Can you confirm that Soldier Field has Wi-Fi? Because this is breaking news.
Yeah, if you're not there to scout out the Bears players who are usually the biggest players on the slate, then you're missing out critical information.
Dude, you know how like hot chicks go viral at games, the college football games or whatever. I think you could go viral if you set up your like monitors at Soldier Field like in the second row and you were just grinding DFS with football being played like right in front of you, dude. I think that's what you got to do.
I'd be streaming Red Zone. That'd be dope.
You're just streaming Red Zone, and would it be the paid version or are you bootlegging this on Reddit NFL streams?
I'd spend some of my Manz coins to buy for real.
That's true. So you're not gonna hodl those. You are gonna cash them into some fiat currency and various goods.
Yeah, I'll probably play on some poker sites like Seals with Clubs or something.
Nice, dude. Wait, how much poker do you play these days? Did you play much live poker? I've heard word that you were a big poker grinder.
The problem is no one live would play with me, so I had to play online where people couldn't see how intimidating I am.
Dude, I'll play you heads up, dude. You're gonna stare at you guys? Huh?
Can I get 9 cards and you get 6?
Yeah, dude. Loser has to stay in a dark room for 30 days.
All right, let's do it.
I like it. Yeah. Forget Omaha, dude. Let's get 6 and 9 cards. Let's get shit crazy. All right, dude. Well, this show, everyone in the chat, let us know. Actually, I need you more thing. What should we have them bully them into? Leaving a comment, making a tweet, growing some hair on their chest. I feel like we need Alex bullying the chat one more time because it's just good TV.
All right, I think. Wait, are you streaming on YouTube? I take
it?
Yeah. All right. If you don't click the bell and subscribe, then you're never gonna ever win the Millionaire Maker.
Whoa. Now I have to ask, Alex, have you ever won the Millie Maker?
I haven't. Ooh. But I haven't clicked subscribe and the bell, so now that I have, maybe I have a chance.
That's right, dude. Are you still in firing 150 every week in the millie?
Absolutely. If you
Absolutely.
don't put 150, then you're not maximizing your chances to win.
That's right. That's right. So what do you tell all these little fish out here that are just firing one or two, dude? It's their entire livelihoods, and the big fish are out there with 150. What do you say to the little guys, Alex?
Go for broke.
Go for broke. There it is. All right, you heard that. You need to cash out. You need to take a second mortgage out of your house, and then you need to come tango with Awesemo and Manz in the Millie Maker. All right, Awesemos, this was truly a treat. I think we have illuminated DFS is about finding an edge. And where else will people tell you to play Harvard guys who have two hands, right?
That's right. I think we really opened my eyes to the number of limbs that these guys have. That's a key element of any good model.
That's right. That's right. Where can people find you? Because I think anyone hearing us for the first time, they're going to want to purchase more products from us. They're going to want to continue to tap into this knowledge stream that we have vomited out on the stream tonight.
I know they're all like, "How do I get this Man's Awesemo model?" I can't give you that model, but you can access some of my stuff at awesemo.com and follow me at awesemo.dfs on Twitter.
There you go. There you go. He's giving his own plugs. I'm telling you, I'm taking a straw man poll from the chat. People seem to like this. Funniest shit ever. I need this next week. Instant classic 2018, week 15 forever, dude. I say we meet back next year, week 15, and run this shit back.
I already marked it on my calendar.
All right, dude. And I'm telling you, I know you said that you already dispatched of Mr. Air Yards by Low in Idaho, but I'm telling you, I have been told I need to come out to Chicago in the spring and that you're going to be trying to cover me while I run 9 routes. I'm just telling you, that's what I've been told is happening.
Oh, shit. Wow. I better start working on my 40-yard dash.
That's right, dude. I mean, Silva might have been writing some checks that you guys can't cash. I'm just saying.
I think we'll be able to cash them, especially if we have some time to get in game shape.
Okay. All right, dude. I will expect to see the 3-cone drills and the sprinting workouts between you and Silva on Twitter. I will be watching those and waiting for them anxiously.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be the Gambling Olympics part 2.
Ooh, dude. You know about Gambling Olympics, son. You're talking about the 3rd place finisher in that, baby.
Oh, shit.
That's right, dude.
Damn. I'm going to have to work extra hard now that I know that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I know you fancy yourself as this, crypto DFS poker dude, but it's like looking in the mirror. You and me, Awesemo, it's kind of like, the Spider-Man meme? That's what you and me are, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we're basically superheroes out here giving everybody the DFS picks.
That's right, dude. Sometimes we have to brush shoulders with the mere mortals. All right. One other announcement this week, the Manz GPP. I made it 100 Manz. The link is down below if you want to hop in that. I already saw Levitans is in there. Soccer Dave's, aka David Kitchen's in there. Maybe even Awesemo's will grace us with his presence in the 100 Manz GPP. Next week, we will be back for a show. And yeah, dude, we're running out of legit main slates. Like next week is the last quintessential full main slate with a lot on the line. Week 17 gets wonky. So hop in that tournament. It's going to be fun. Huge thanks to Awesemos for hopping on with us. And we will see you guys next week. Get paid, get laid.